Hey, 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 good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's edition of Ask Chioma Anything, where your business questions are answered. Tonight, I'm standing in for Chioma Okibo, who is my co-founder on Enterprise Experts. For those of you who don't know what Enterprise Experts is about, we are here to help small business owners who want to improve their businesses, who want to get better at what they do, and who need nuggets that they can deploy in their businesses to work immediately. So here we are. Normally, Chema does this every Tuesday, but unfortunately, she's not available tonight. So I'm standing in for her, and I hope that you all can hear me loud and clear. If you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, and we're also live on our Facebook group. For those of you who haven't joined our Facebook group, please do so, and we'll be happy to have you. If you click on the subscribe button at the bottom of your screen, it should show you what you can see now. Yes, that allows you to subscribe. And also, if you need to get notified anytime we go live, please click on the notification bar bell that you can see there, and that would enable you to get notified anytime we go live. We're also on Instagram as Enterprise Experts as well. So please, so go to those channels and subscribe. Obviously, the more people who know about what we offer, the better for everyone. So we look forward to seeing you join us on these our various channels. So tonight we have a few questions actually. I think we're going to just do maybe two of those questions, depending on how much time we have. We try to keep this very short and sharp and to the point. So that's the whole idea. So hopefully we'll get a chance to do that today. Right. So tonight we have a question. I think the main question we have tonight has to do with corporate values. I can't remember who sent the question in. Let me have a look. The one that has to do with corporate values. So let's try and see what that question says. Have I got the right question on? Yes, that's the right question. So let's have a look. So it says, what informs a business corporate values, and what advice or guidance will you give on that? I think that's a very good question, and I don't even know where to start. So corporate values. I mean, corporate values. In most cases, you hear things like you want to have transparency, you want to have integrity, you want to offer your clients excellence, you want to give them value. So I think in most cases, those values tend to what you might call align with the corporate goals of most organizations. So ideally, if you want to have your core values to align with what your business thinking is, right? So here we go. So I think the first thing is to say, look, what do you stand for as a business owner? What do you stand for? What are the things that are important to you? What are the things that are important to your customers? In what market space do you want to operate? And you'll hardly ever find anyone who tells you that they want to engage in criminal enterprise. Nobody wants to engage in criminal enterprise, so you won't find anybody who says they want to be dishonest. So you want to find things like values that sort of reflect the good parts of society, the good elements that you want to see in any. You want to see things like character. You want to see things like integrity. You want to see things like transparency. You want to be able to sort of give your clients confidence. You want to give them the sort of viewpoint that says to them, I can trust these people, I can do business with them, I can engage with them on a level that says to me that these people are worthy of doing business with. And how do you do that? I mean, for me, it's all about how you engage with your customers. It's about how you relate to them, this kind of service that you offer to them. And when you offer those services must also reflect the values that you're trying to put across to them. For instance, if you say to someone you have to be trusted, it means that if you promise somebody to deliver a service at a particular time on a particular day, you must make sure that you deliver on that day or before. Because if you don't deliver on that day, it means you cannot be trusted with time or with keeping to your promises, because you promised somebody something, you didn't deliver. So that means you can't be trusted. So as much as possible, when you espouse values, you must also ensure that your service delivery reflects those values. Also, you also want to think in terms of the market space that you're operating in. If you know that your customers value certain elements, or certain types of behavior, some people like efficiency, some people like a laid back attitude, some people like fun. So if your corporate image is too stiff, it's too straight laced, you might lose clients who want to have fun. So so those, I mean, it means that you have to take your customers into account, not just your own personal feelings, but also the things that your customer has value very, very highly. So this is the kind of thing that you want to sort of take into account when you want to espouse those corporate values. Now, the other thing I also want to inform customer values, or as a corporate values, is this, right? So, like I said, you operate in the business environment, you operate in the corporate environment, you also operate within the law. So obviously there are certain things that you can do as a business owner or as a business if you have to operate within certain legislative or statutory restrictions. So, for instance, if you are in some countries, lawyers are not allowed to advertise. For instance, in countries like Nigeria, for instance, lawyers are still not allowed to advertise. In other countries, they are allowed to advertise. It then means that you cannot promote yourself as a lawyer in those countries. So, obviously, if you want to express your values, you've got to find a way that ensure that you operate within the law. At the same time, you want to project an image to your customer. So, again, the things that drive values are also things like the image you want to project as a business. If you want to project a business as a go-getting business, as efficient, as timely, it means that all of your communication must reflect that. If you must deliver on your promises, you must be timely, you must be professional in everything that you do. So I think that sort of tells us very, very broadly kind of thing that you want to sort of think about when you're thinking about corporate values. Somebody else asked another question, which it's not quite a question. It's just something. How am I going to put this? What they've said is that they come across something called the business model canvas. Now, the business model canvas is almost like, it's almost like some sort of theoretical concept or construct whereby um, you have these like models that this business model that sort of helps you to sort of say, look, these are the things you take into account when you want to run a business. These are the things you want to take into account when you want a business to run efficiently. So the business model canvas sort of sets out how that works. We're not going to go too much into that on this broadcast, but I just thought to mention the fact that, look, maybe from next week we will look at the business model canvas in a bit more detail, and hopefully we'll look at both parts. I think the key thing about business model canvas is that it has two parts to it. It's got the cost structure, and the revenue structure is in two parts. So you have this little thing that sort of talking about key partners, the key activities, and the key resources, as well as what your value proposition is, what customer relationships that you are engaging in, and the customer segments that you're engaged. Also, obviously, coming in contact with, as well as the channels that you want to sort of do business in. But we'll look at all of that in a lot more detail next week. So that just gives you an idea of what the business model canvas is about. It's actually, for me, it's actually a very, very fantastic tool that people can use to set up businesses, run businesses, and actually operate efficiently. So we'll look at that hopefully next week. I hope you enjoyed this session. Like I said, Chioma hopefully will be back next week, or very shortly if she's not back. Of course, I'm here to stand in for her. I hope you had a good time on this session. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, by all means, please do so by clicking on the subscribe button. And again, if you need to be notified anytime we go live, click also on the notification bell that is showing at the bottom of your screen. So please, yeah, so look forward to seeing you all next week. By God's grace, Chioma will be back by then, and it's been fun and fantastic being here. You take good care, and see you later. Arrivederci. Bye now.